guys, so welcome back to my channel. You guys already know what time it is, okay? It's a Sephora VIB Sale Recommendation video, and you guys know I always do this every year because I'm always buying new products, so I can tell you guys what's good, what's not, and all that good stuff. So yeah, this video is gonna be super long, you guys. That's why I went ahead and grabbed a drink from Starbucks because my throat always gets dry when I do this video because it's so long. All right, so with that being said, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and let's jump right into the video. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, you guys. I have a bunch of makeup products and skincare that I do want to share, but I will start off with makeup first. And the first category is brows, of course. Shout out to Anastasia, but I do have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dark Brown Dipbrow Gel, which I use all the time in my brow routine, you guys. Like, literally, I cannot live without this, okay? It does all the hard work for me. It fills in my brows super fast, and now it takes me like probably 6 minutes to do my brows compared to like 40 minutes before, which is crazy. So if you haven't tried this out, make sure you do. I did get the mini version, but during the sale I will get the bigger version, of course, because I'm almost done with this one. Now, to set my brows, I do have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax, okay? I swear Anastasia has been killing it lately when it comes to their new products, but this is so great when it comes to styling your brows and giving it like that fluffy look that I really love. So I always go ahead and set my brows with this towards the end, and it's just good to go for the rest of the day. It's not crunchy, it's not hard, it gives it a very fluffy look, but it's still super soft when you go ahead and touch it. So moving over to primer, I do have the One Size Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. You guys know my channel, I used to use the Kane & Austin primer all the time, but that one is being discontinued. So I went ahead and grabbed this one, and I'm so glad I did, you guys, because I absolutely love this stuff. Number one, I can't tell if it's a silicone primer because it doesn't feel like it, but it does look like it at the same time. But the best part about it is a mattifying primer, but it doesn't feel drying on the skin. Like, it still feels a little bit hydrating, but once you put it on your skin, it looks so smooth, so flawless and poreless as well, and I'm just obsessed with this. So this is the only primer I use as of lately. If you guys have any other favorites when it comes to primers, let me know down below, but this is all I use currently. Okay, so for foundation, you guys, I have a couple favorites, and I'm really happy because I feel like these right here are such a staple. If you go ahead and pick up any one of these, you will not be disappointed. So let me see where I want to start off with first. Let's start with the Sephora Best Skin Ever Foundation. Sephora, y'all did it with this foundation. This is probably my favorite foundation in my whole kit, in my whole makeup collection at the moment, you guys. It looks so flawless on the skin. It's so beautiful. It's not even a mattifying foundation as well, because you guys know I'm super oily, but at the same time, I don't get greasy or oily towards the end of the day. And also, you guys, I will say it does live up to their name as well, the Best Skin Ever Foundation. Like, they're not lying. I cannot stop talking about this foundation because it literally looks like skin, and it's so beautiful. Like, I could keep going on and on, but this is something you guys need in your collection, and it's only $20, you guys. So if you go ahead and pick it up during the sale, you're gonna save a lot more money as well. So this one's a must. All right, now the next one I do have, of course, is a Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I have the shade 5N, and you guys know I love this foundation. I mean, I've been talking about it for like 2 years now, I feel like, but this is such a staple in my routine. It looks so natural on the skin, so flawless. It doesn't feel heavy, and it looks like skin, you guys. Like, you guys will notice with a lot of the foundations I do have, they look like skin, and I just love that look, you know? So yeah, this is one I do recommend. You guys know how I feel about this, and you just definitely need this in your collection as well. Now, two more I do want to talk about. I have the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation in the shade Medium Deep 5 Marquises. This one, you guys, completely surprised me because it is a mattifying foundation, but it looks so beautiful on the skin. Like, even though it is full coverage, I will say once I go ahead and put it on my skin, it never looks cakey or too heavy. It still looks like skin, but a little bit does go a long way. And plus, this shade in this foundation, the soft matte one, this one is like my perfect skin tone as well. So when I tried it on, I was like, okay, all right, NARS, I see you. So yeah, definitely go ahead and pick this one up if you do love a full coverage foundation. And then last but not least, I do have the Fenty Beauty Easy Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I will say I do have it on my skin right now because I am doing a review for you guys. And even though I'm not done with the review, okay, I want to say it's still a really good foundation. I know it's a blurring tint, but to me it's a foundation as well. Trust me when I say this, I have tried so many foundations at this point, so when I try something out, I just know right away what's gonna work for my skin. And this one, the texture, the way it blended into the skin, it is absolutely beautiful. And I have the shade 20. So make sure you go ahead and watch my video on this to see my final thoughts. But so far, you guys, I will say I am loving this. Now for concealer, I'm sure you guys know already if you watch my videos all the time which one I'm going to talk about. And it's the McGrath Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. I have it in the shade MD22. Best concealer I have ever tried, you guys. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, this is the only thing I use. The way it blends on the skin, the way it makes everything look so flawless, the way it doesn't crack down or crease throughout the day. It's really good. And I'm just so surprised because with this, I really didn't care for it when I first heard about it. But then when I picked it up and tried it out, I was like, Chi-Chi, like, you could have missed out on a really good concealer. So yes, if you guys haven't tried this one out, it is something I highly recommend to go ahead and pick up in the Sephora VIB sale. I'm actually going to go ahead and pick it up as well because I am completely done with this one, so I do need another one. So to set the under eyes, of course, you do need your loose powders. And the first one, you guys already know. Like, I don't even need to talk about this one because you already know at this point. It's a Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. I have it in the shade Kunafa. Best setting powder for the under eyes, you guys. I love this stuff so much because it never looks cakey. Always makes the under eye look super flawless, and I have oily skin as well, and it really controls my T-zone for me. So this one I always talk about. I'm not going to go in detail because if y'all watch my videos, you guys already know. Now the next one I do want to mention is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and I have this in the shade Translucent Honey, I believe. Yes, Translucent Honey. You guys know Laura Mercier's powders are super good, super fine. They never look cakey, you guys, and they always look beautiful on the skin. So when she came out with the yellow version, I was just like, okay, I'm done. I'm sold. And the best part, you guys, is she didn't make this shade way too, like, you know, ashy on the skin. I'm sure y'all can see it because of my light, but it's a very nice colored yellow powder. It is so beautiful, and I just love this for like a touch up or like to set my under eyes as well. Absolutely recommend this one. So these are my two powders, but you guys know how I feel about this one because Huda killed it. So moving on to pressed powders, you guys, I do have three that I do want to mention. And the first one is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Powder Foundation, and I have this in the shade 420, you guys. I will say this one's a little bit too dark for my skin, so I do need the shade 410. But this powder, you guys, is super nice on the skin. When I went ahead and tried it out, I noticed that it gave me that flawless base, almost like you're wearing a filter on your skin, and it also blurs the skin as well. But then also what I really loved about this is I wore it all day for about 8 hours and it didn't break down on the skin. So I was like, Fenty, like, I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't know it was gonna be that good. So this one really surprised me, and I just love it. I just need to go ahead and pick up the right shade. Now, you guys know this next powder is my baby. I won't say too much about it, but it's a Make It Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation in the shade Y505. Best powder on this market, okay? Y'all can argue with me if you want to, but this is so beautiful on the skin and never fails me. It never looks cakey, you guys. It gives me a nice blurred effect on the skin, and I love it. Like, I could keep going on and on, but I won't do that to you guys because y'all know I literally wear this in every single video. But if you're looking for a very nice powder that will blur the skin and look flawless all day, this powder is for you. Now the last one I do have is a translucent powder, and it's an Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder, and I will show you guys what it looks like. I always love the packaging, number one, but this powder is an actual true translucent powder. You guys know how it is out there. They'll say they're translucent, but then when you put it on your skin, it gives you a white cast, and this one doesn't do that at all. But I love this for a touch-up powder because it doesn't leave any color, of course, but then also it keeps me matte all day, and it's beautiful on the skin. So yeah, these are the three powders that I really recommend if you're looking for new pressed powders. If you guys have any favorites out there, please let me know down below. So the next category is bronzer, and I only have one to share with you guys, but it's because it's my favorite bronzer out there at the moment. It's a Charlotte Tilbury airbrush bronzer in the shade 3 Tan. And this bronzer, you guys, actually looks like a bronzer on the skin. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of bronzers out there are either super red on the skin or super orange. This one is not like that. Like I'm telling you guys, when I go ahead and put this on my skin, it gives you a very natural bronze. Like it looks like it's your actual bronzer, if that makes sense. A lot of bronzers out there don't look natural on the skin, but this one, you can take your time and build it up and it looks so beautiful on the skin. I don't have it on today, but if you watch any of my other videos, you guys, I always wear this bronzer because it's so flawless on the skin. And don't let the price fool you guys, because when I first heard about the price, I was like, Charlotte, come on now, it's a little bit pricey, but I do see why it's worth that. And then also the best part is it is refillable. So you can go ahead and pop this out and buy the refillable pan and you'll be good to go. And I believe the refillable one is a little bit cheaper as well. So I do think it's worth it. Plus it's super big. Like y'all, look at my head and then look at this bronzer. Like I see why it's worth the price. Now moving on to blush, you guys, I do have two brands I want to mention. The first one is the Rare Beauty blushes. This is called their... what is this called? I can't remember what it's called, but you guys know the Rare Beauty blushes. I have the shade Grateful and also Love as well. These are so good, you guys, because number one, they're so easy to apply. All you have to do is twist this and just dot it on your skin and blend it out with a sponge or a brush, whichever one you prefer. But they look so natural on the skin and they're so easy to work with. And plus, she has so many shades to pick from as well. The one that I do have on my face today is the shade called Love. And y'all can see it's almost like an orangey brownie color on the cheeks, but it's so beautiful as well. And the shade Grateful is a perfect spring color for the cheeks, you guys. But these two are different formulas. The Love one is the matte version, and then Grateful is the dewy version, in case you guys are trying to decide which one to pick up. I will say either one works for the skin. It doesn't matter because they both last all day for me. And let's go ahead and talk about the Fenty Beauty cream blushes. You guys already know this is gonna be my video, but these are the best cream blushes, you guys. These are so natural on the skin and they give you a very beautiful glow as well. I have the shades Summertime Wine, Rose Latte, and then also I have Fuego Flush, as y'all can see. Ooh, I almost dropped that one. But let me go ahead and swatch Rose Latte. I told you guys I had the shade Love from Rare Beauty on my cheeks. I don't know why I said that. I have the shade Rose Latte from Fenty on my cheeks. Like, I get them so confused because they look similar. But this is Rose Latte, as y'all can see right there. And then I will swatch Summertime Wine as well. This is so beautiful for the springtime. So that's Summertime Wine, Rose Latte. And the last one I do have is called Fuego Flush. As y'all can see, this one was super popular. Like, everybody wanted this shade in the beginning. And this is like that tangerine orangey color. So pretty. I actually use this one like as a highlighter for my skin because it is sheer, but these are all the three shades, you guys, and they blend so beautiful on the cheeks. Like, I cannot get enough of it. Honestly, I do need to go ahead and pick up some more shades, but these three right here, I feel like it's all I need because they're so beautiful on the skin. Let's talk about some highlighters because I did find a couple favorites, you guys, that are super unique. Because when it comes to highlighters nowadays, I love cream highlighters. I feel like they look so natural on the skin and they give you that wet blending look as well. So the first one I do want to mention is from RMS Beauty. I have their Live-In Luminizer Glow Quad and it has 4 shades in here in case you can't decide. So let me get this out and show you guys what they look like. So these are the 4 shades, and I will tilt it down a little bit so y'all can see the true colors. Of course, my favorite one is this one because it looks literally wet on the skin because it is a brown shade. It just melts right into my skin tone, but it gives like that wet effect as well. So I will swatch all 4 for y'all so y'all can see what it looks like. But these are so nice because they are so blinding on the skin, you guys. Like, I was super impressed. And then this kind of started like my whole, you know, cream highlighter obsession at the moment, because once I tried these out, I was like, yeah, any cream highlighters out there, I need to go ahead and pick up because they're so nice on the skin. So this is what all 4 looks like, and this is the one that I use all the time. Y'all can see, like, you can't really see it on my skin, but at the same time, when you go back and forth, it looks so wet. So I do recommend this one because they do have like the full size as well. But if you can't decide, just go ahead and pick this one up, try all 4 and see which one is your favorite. Now, the last highlighter I do want to mention is from Merit Beauty. They did go ahead and send me a couple of their products, but this highlighter, you guys, I fell in love with, and it's in the shade called Bounce. This is their highlighting balm, and this is what it looks like, as y'all can see. Let me go ahead and focus that for y'all. So that's what it looks like. And this one, y'all, like, it looks wet. Let me just go ahead and show y'all instead of talking so much. But this is what it looks like. And I just applied a lot. But y'all, oh my God. Y'all see that, right? Like, is that water? I can't tell because it looks so wet. So when I tried this on my skin, I was like, all right, they achieved that wet highlighter look. Okay, this is all you need. Put it on your cheeks and you're good to go. And I do have one more shade, I believe, that's a little bit lighter than this one, but go ahead and check out either one of these, you guys. You will not be disappointed. So only a couple more makeup items left. One thing I do want to mention is setting sprays, and I do have 2. So the first one is a Milk Makeup Hydro Grip setting spray. You guys know when this first came out, everybody had to have it because we do love the primer, of course, but the setting spray itself as well is so nice on the skin. I really love the setting spray because when you go ahead and spray it on your skin, it gets rid of all the, like, you know, powders and all of that, and just makes everything melt together. So I do use this in between my makeup routine as well. I go ahead and apply my, you know, foundation, my concealer, powders, bronzers, then I spray this, then I apply my blush and highlighter. But to set my whole entire face, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, their Party All Day, Stay All Night Setting Spray. This is a holy grail in my routine. You guys know the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This one right here, it's like 10 times better. All right, once you go ahead and spray it on your face, it locks in your makeup. It doesn't make it move. It gives you like a matte look as well. So I use this at the end of my routine and this one in between my routine, and then we're good to go. So yeah, either way you go, it doesn't matter. If you want a matte look, I will say go ahead and pick this one up, but if you want a dewy look, pick up the Milk one instead. So funny enough, for the lips, I only have the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb creams. I have the shade Cookie Jar, Fenty Glow, and then also Honey Waffles as well, because these are so good. And I will say, when they came out with their gloss bomb, like, don't get me wrong, I love their gloss bomb, but I love pigment on the lips. So when she came out with the cream versions, I just had to go ahead and pick it up for you guys. So let me swatch all 3 and show you guys the shades as well. Alrighty, so I have all 3 swatched. I do have Honey Waffles, which is my absolute favorite. I have Fenty Glow, and then I have Cookie Jar. So these are all 3, you guys, and they're so pigmented. Of course, they're not sticky, and they just look so nice and juicy on the lips. I have it on today. I could apply a little bit more of Fenty Glow because I'm talking so much, I feel like it's coming off at this point, but here's Fenty Glow, and I always pair it with a dark lip liner, and I just love the way it looks on the lips. But you guys know gloss bombs, they're so good, very moisturizing on the lips, but if you want a pigmented version, then this one is for you. So last but not least, when it comes to the makeup category, I do have the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. Like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like with these 2 or any of her eyeshadow palettes, once you go ahead and grab them, that's all you ever need. Whenever you do travel, you don't need to carry like 4 or 5 palettes, because literally in one palette you have all the shades that you would like. For example, this one is the Biba All Neutral palette, and y'all can see it has all your transition shades in here, all your browns, a little bit of a yellow, black, and some shimmer shades, as y'all can tell. So these are so nice, buttery and pigmented. Like, I will show you guys this one for example, and then this one, and a little bit of the black one as well. But a little bit goes a long way. You don't need too much with these eyeshadow palettes. And I know they're super expensive, which is why I only recommend them during the VIB sale because of the price. But then, you know, definitely go ahead and pick it up because it does last you a long time. And the second one I do have is their Sunset palettes, which is super popular. Same thing as the other one, super buttery, pigmented. They blend well on the eyes, and I just really recommend this because honestly, like if I go ahead and travel, all I would need is just this one palette. Like there's nothing else I would need as well. So these two I do recommend. So moving on to my favorite category, I do have skincare, of course. And the reason why I say it's my favorite is because I'm telling y'all, when your skin looks good, your makeup looks even better. So I do recommend skincare for everybody. Make sure you go ahead and invest in a good skincare routine. I'm telling you, it will make such a huge difference in your makeup routine. So let's jump into it because I have a lot of favorites. So the first one I do want to mention is from You to the People. I have the Kale plus Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser. Y'all can tell I'm completely almost done with this one, as y'all can see. But I will go ahead and pick up this one or the Fenty Skin Cleanser. If you try both, let me know down below which one you do prefer. But with this one, I will say it's a really good cleanser, you guys, because it has really good ingredients in here. And also as well, you guys, it does foam on the skin. I do know when it comes to cleansers, if it doesn't foam, that means it's really good for the skin. But I like it to be a little bit sooty, all right, on the face. I just love a good foaming cleanser, and this one does it for me. It doesn't dry your skin out. It doesn't irritate it. It's just a really good cleanser, and it always left my skin squeaky clean. So this one, I may go ahead and pick up this one or the Fenty one. I don't know yet. We shall see, but this one's really, really good. Now, the next one I do have is the Fenty Skin Fat Water Pore Refining Toner Serum, and y'all can tell as well I'm almost done with this one. But it's a really good cleanser, you guys, because when I first heard the word toner and serum, I don't know why I thought it would be super oily on the skin, but it's not that at all, you guys. It hydrates the skin, cleanses the skin, but at the same time it does help with dark spots as well, if you guys didn't know that. But it's a really good toner, and I really do recommend this one, and I just love the way it always felt on the skin. Like, so nice. 100% recommend this. And then also sticking with the Fenty Skin line as well, I do have their moisturizer, and this one I love, you guys, because if you do love wearing makeup, of course, in the morning, this moisturizer is the perfect moisturizer for that, because when you do put it on the skin and then, you know, blend it out and all of that, it also sets and it kind of feels a little bit tacky, which is great for your makeup, like your foundation and all of that. But then the best part is it does have sunscreen as well, so it's like a 2-in-1, and it doesn't feel like super heavy on the skin. It is light, it is airy, and it just doesn't give me like that heavy feeling on the skin, you guys know what I mean. So this is what it looks like. A little bit goes a long way, and really just moisturizes the skin and keeps it hydrated all day. So y'all can see that glow that it gives. So beautiful. So moving on to my serums, I do have 3 that I do want to mention. The first one is from Peace Out, and is their acne serum. This stuff right here, y'all, when I tried it out, I was like, whoa. Like, I've never experienced a product like this, because at one point I had a lot of congestion in my forehead, a lot of breakouts. I was just like, what's going on with my skin? So I bought this on a whim, and I will tell you guys, literally overnight, all the congestion on my skin completely went away, and the pimples went down in size. So I was like, it must be the serum, because there's nothing else new that I tried out at that moment. And ever since then, I've been using this in my routine because it has made such a difference in my skin, especially when it comes to breaking out as well. But yeah, I do recommend this one right here. It does have 2% salicylic acid in it, and it also has niacinamide and zinc as well. So yeah, 3 great ingredients, you guys. I love stuff like this, and I just really recommend it. Now, one thing I do want to mention as well that goes along with the zinc and niacinamide is the Ordinary Niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1% high strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula. You guys know I just did a recent haul video, but I did film that video about a week ago. And with this one, It's supposed to help with regulating your sebum and then also minimizing the pores as well. And then some people did say it helps with dark spots as well, but I haven't tried it that long to really see any difference. But I will say when it comes to actually controlling my oil, I feel like this is making such a huge difference, you guys, because once you apply it on your skin, it dries down and your skin feels matte. Not like super matte, but like it feels matte, like it doesn't feel like, you know, oily at all. And then afterwards, when I go ahead and do my foundation, I have been noticing that throughout the day, I'm not as, you know, oily or greasy. So I was like, all right, it may be this product. Like, I don't know what it is in here, but it's just doing what it needs to do for the skin. So far what I've noticed with this is it helps with my oil control. But I will tell you guys more about it when it comes to my pores and the dark spots later on, you know, down the line. But if you've been struggling with very oily skin, I do suggest picking this one up because it has made such a difference in my makeup routine. Now, another serum I do want to mention is the I can never say this correctly, Biossance Squalane plus Vitamin C Dark Spot Serum. I also hauled this one about a week ago as well. I thought I should play that song about a week ago. You guys know what I'm talking about. But this is supposed to help with your dark spots and all of that. Mind you guys, I haven't tried it that long, but one thing I do want to point out about this right here is it helps with brightening your skin, you guys, okay? When I go ahead and apply this on my skin during the nighttime, I wake up in the morning and I notice my skin is looking a lot more brighter than it typically does. So if you're looking for that effect, I do recommend this. Of course, I will say I wish I've tried it a little bit longer to let you guys know if it helps with discoloration, but I can't say that yet because you guys know when it comes to serums, it does take a while. But so far when it comes to brightening the skin, I will say this does a great job. And plus it feels so good on the skin. Like whenever I go ahead and apply this, I'm just like, it feels so good. So yeah, those are the 3 serums that I use, you guys, all the time because it's really been helping my skin so far. Now I have a couple more products for you guys. I have the Peter Thomas Roth Firm X Peeling Gel. This is so good because it's gentle on the skin, you guys, but once you go ahead and apply it all over, it does exfoliate the skin as well, and it actually balls up, you know, your dead skin onto your fingers. It looks so gross, but that means it's working at the same time. So what I do is apply this on my skin and I just roll it like this, and y'all see all this dead skin coming off. Like, it's so gross, but at the end of this, your skin feels very smooth, like a baby. Literally, it feels so smooth and so flawless. So I always have to get this. And the last 2 items I do have is the Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment. This is the only mask I have bought as of recently because it helps with my breakouts, you guys, especially spot treating it at night, because when I do go to bed, I apply this in the areas that are breaking out, and it's the only mask that doesn't come off throughout the night, okay? I can sleep crazy. It doesn't matter. When I wake up, the mask is still in the same spots that I applied it. But also with this, it does help with breakouts and, you know, congestion and all that good stuff. So this one, of course, I had to go ahead and put in the video. And then last but not least, for the lips, I do have the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I do have the flavor Mint Choco, but this is so good when it comes to the lips, okay, y'all? Like, there is no reason to have ashy, dry, cracking lips at this point because there's products like this out there, okay? Just go ahead and pick it up, but it's so moisturizing on the lips. I go ahead and apply it throughout the day, but the best way to, you know, use this right here is to apply it at night. Go ahead and lather it on. That way when you wake up in the morning, your lips are super soft, you guys. So I always have to have this right here. And that's it, you guys. Those were all the products I wanted to go ahead and mention. I know this video is going to be super long, but I did hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Like I mentioned, I have filmed so many videos in the past that, you know, I've mentioned a bunch of my favorites when it came to makeup and skincare, so make sure you go ahead and check them out. But then also let me know down below some products you guys love as well. But I love you guys so much. Make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.